7, 1, 2, 5. Is that my beer?
Cheers, fellas.
Cheers, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just thinking about it because he just opened the beer with his knife, and then he's like, "Oh fuck, where do I put the knife? Where do I?" And he grabbed the glass. Yeah.
Cause if I was blue, if I was green, I would die. Blah, 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 blah.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen.
I knew my life wouldn't be shit when I wasn't able to be the DJ at the skating rink I worked at.
What?
I knew I was never
you
gonna
worked
make
at
it
Roller
anywhere.
City 2000?
Yeah.
You know what's
balling?
You know what's crazy is Roller City 2000. I remember when I read that name, I thought 2000. Fuck, that's so many years from now. Shit, we're in 2019 now. That's crazy.
And we still don't have flying cars.
I know we still
liars.
don't.
We still
yeah.
can't fucking teleport. I am waiting for that because I hate, like, after this, I don't want to drive. I'd rather just snap my finger and be able to be at home. Wherever.
I like driving though. Like it'd be cool to teleport to a different country. It's like, but someone will monetize it. They're like, all right, let's fucking, you charge $200 to teleport to fucking Rome or whatever. You know,
You be a jumper.
a jumper. Oh, remember that movie?
Was fire.
Yeah, that was pretty dope.
What beer is that?
That sounds familiar.
It was that movie
Jumper?
where they teleported, where he would like look at a postcard and then jump in.
Yeah. The movie's pretty tight.
What'd you open up right now?
It is
The story about it.
This is.
Buena Vesa by it's a lager by Stone. It's pretty good. It's like
It's like a light beer.
it's a light beer. It's like a Corona with like lime and salt already mixed with it.
Perfect
But
barbecue beer, summer beer.
This is really good beer. Like it's not heavy. It's light.
I actually like it a lot. Like Stone did their research, like this shit.
Yeah, it made me, as soon as I tasted it, I pictured me washing my car, listening to lowrider oldies with my kids running around.
And the artwork on it's pretty tight. A bunch of like skull candies and all kinds of shit. It's pretty dope.
Dores Mertes, or what is it called?
Diaz los Muertos.
Oh, okay, sorry.
He said that's Muertos.
Shout out Coco.
Shout out Coco.
I'm drinking 3 Beavers or 3 Weavers actually. Indian Pale Ale. pretty good.
Dream Weaver.
I mean, I haven't even tasted it actually.
Why you lying to our fans like that?
It is actually really good. It's actually really good. Yeah.
The beer that we had last week at our
I got a variety pack.
NFL
homie.
Our football fantasy draft or whatever. It's
called
a
Duck.
triple IPA.
I think it was a quad. Oh, it might have been a triple.
Was it a quad?
I'm not sure.
I don't know, by Carl Strauss. That shit is
It was a
fucking...
duck. Something duck, right?
Oh, that's Duckfoot.
Duckfoot.
Duckfoot is
That shit
fucking
was
bomb.
pretty good. He's gonna give us some drink.
Oh,
Sipping on
damn.
a scissor.
Yeah,
This is
we have
really
to shout
good.
him out on the podcast.
I know,
so.
I kept getting that mixed with my
3
Sprite
Weavers.
can.
This one?
Yeah, I thought it was like
Pretty
a
good. You wanna
modern
taste it?
Sprite can. No, yeah, go taste it.
Yeah, give it a swig.
Bad influences.
So yeah, it's beer season because
Football's back,
football is back.
ladies and gents.
And we're going to a football game next week. We're going to the Black Hole, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep,
Raider
Oakland.
Stadium.
I'm not trying to represent Oakland, but I'm just representing it because the Raiders are there for one more year.
Last
It's
season, play boys.
Last season,
That's
till
the
they
main
go
So
reason.
you'll probably go to more games
in Vegas.
2021 because it's an hour or 4 hours away.
Yeah, we'll go to the Vegas Stadium a lot.
I would say
actually.
2022 because I think the tickets will be cheaper in that year. Because the first 2 years
Fuck it,
it was
we'll get
expensive
nosebleeds.
as
Who
shit.
gives a fuck?
Oh yeah, that too.
Well, they're gonna be
It's
garbage
Vegas.
for period. So.
Like
What?
Here we go. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we lost Antonio Brown today.
And fuck him.
Yeah, fuck Antonio Brown. He went to the Patriots.
Do you hear this? That was my knife. I was way too close to my
Patriots
face.
with another Super Bowl.
Yeah, I see. I could see Gronk coming out of retirement just for this.
That's fucking sad. I'll drink to that. It's almost sad.
I don't really take football that serious now. I enjoy watching college more than I do the
Yeah, and you like
professionals.
Oregon, right?
Yeah, Oregon.
Yeah, he
They
jumped on
lost
the
to
bandwagon.
Auburn.
Because everyone's an Oregon fan.
I didn't
when?
since
Since
Marcus
19
Mariota.
I don't even know where that is. Oh, the quarterback from the NFL?
That's the only reason why I even liked him.
Okay.
Because I just like his style, his
The reason I know you like Oregon is because we went to Heroes back in the day to go watch an Oregon
I
game.
had a fucking jersey on, guys.
Yeah.
It was fake as fuck, but it's still a jersey. I still have that shit.
Stupid.
I'm gonna go to the game with my Janikowski jersey. He's even playing.
Yeah, he's a legend. Like,
he's a legend.
he's a
man.
legend.
Number 11.
It's gonna be me, you, well, Alex,
Only Mexicans
James, and their
wear
buddy
that.
Mac.
Janikowski jersey for kickers. Shout out soccer, football.
Speaking about soccer, did you watch that? I don't know if it's called a Clásico or whatever. The U.S. versus Mexico game.
USA is fucking garbage.
Yeah, they lost again.
You know,
It was
I
horrible.
want to go to that LAFC or whatever.
Yeah.
I want to go and check that out. The LA soccer
Their
team.
jerseys are tight. I like their colors.
I'd rock it now, but I don't watch MLS. I just watch La Liga and
So what's the difference
what
between
is-
MLS and La Liga and
just the
FC
players.
or whatever that shit's called?
I feel like it's high school, college, and pros basically.
Oh, okay.
Like a
It's the
triple A,
easiest way
triple A,
to, yeah, it's
double
the
A.
easiest way to explain it.
Makes sense.
MLS is college. When you go overseas, when you go to like Europe and Spain and all that shit, they're professional. Like it's a real deal over there. Over
crazy.
here, it's if you were to take the athletes we have for football, basketball, and if they played soccer from jump, then we'd probably have a fire ass. But soccer is nothing over here compared to football, baseball. Even baseball, low-key, is
Baseball
more
is-
popular.
Well, yeah, it's America's sport.
But I'm saying, yeah, baseball's boring as fuck, though, right?
I love baseball, but yeah,
I can't watch it
On
like
TV, I
at
can't
home,
watch
I could
but
watch like the
if I
World Series.
go to the game, hell yeah.
When I used to play, I would get super into it to watch the Dodgers, but it was just one of those things where if it was on, like I'd pay attention to it because it's an individual sport, so you like to see a certain player do well. And then combat sports, like I love fucking boxing, UFC, but like football, I like watching it, but it's hard for me to pay attention because there's so many fucking players to every fucking single person. That's why in fantasy, I'm like, it's fun to hang out with the homies, but I don't want to fucking
Well,
get stats on everybody.
What makes it easier for me is because I play NBA, 2K, I'll play FIFA, and I play like Madden and stuff like that. So you get used to hearing all the names, and
Yeah,
seeing
that
all the
makes
names
sense.
and shit like that. But let's talk about Loma Jenko.
Oh, last
Oh,
week's
you saw the
fight?
fight?
Yeah,
Dude, that
dude's-
fucking guy, man. I'm not gonna lie. The other dude gave him a fight.
He did.
He was moving. He was he was jabbing and all that.
Irish? Was he Irish?
But no, he was
Oh, English.
He just
English.
had Great Britain, I think. English, yeah. He just had length on him. That's what it was.
Yeah, he had a lot of length. No, but he
Dude.
was able to use that length. You know, we all know some tall guys that aren't fucking good with their,
Lopskis.
the lopsies. They're super lops with how tall they are
I
and their
just-
length.
I
But
just don't like
he,
how
was, he
they're
knew how
not
to move.
pushing fucking Machenko like.
yeah, they are. He's big, but
No, I'm
don't-
saying like marketing wise.
well,
like,
it's the same thing that Canelo went through. It's hard
Yeah.
because he doesn't speak English. Like he can't speak for himself. He can't like, have those trademark quotes or whatever. He's just trying to like say the minimum.
So what's the next big fight for boxing?
For boxing, Triple G's fighting. Next, but it's
Canelo
gonna-
fighting anybody or no?
No, Canelo. He might fight the Crusher
in
in
November.
November. That hasn't been finalized
Oh, next
yet.
week, Ryan Garcia fights, and also
yeah, Ryan Garcia, Tyson Fury,
Tyson Fury fights. next
heavyweight
week.
fight.
Fight too.
The next big fight, surprisingly, is going to be a heavyweight fight with Andy Ruiz
I seen that.
and fucking Tyson Fury. Oh, not Tyson Fury. What's his name?
Anthony Joshua.
Anthony Joshua. Yeah.
Ruiz is a fucking funny guy.
He is. Dude. He's like the guy. He's just like that dude that you went to high school with.
Yeah, like the guy who's just in the background.
Yeah, like he's just chilling. Like he's in every fucking picture that the crew takes, but like no one really hangs out with him that much.
He's like, if
He
there
has
was
a
a
car.
comedy of making fun of like Mexican, like American Mexicans, he'd be the character basically.
You know how there was that other boxer. He's from here. He's from Riverside.
Oh,
Areola.
Oh, Areola.
Like Chris Areola. He's him, but like more. Because like it's like, Chris Areola joked around about eating fucking Albertos all the time. That's why he didn't stay in shape. I feel like this guy does that shit like all the fucking time. Like he doesn't give a fuck. He's just like
Oh yeah,
goes
like
with the flow.
how you told me yesterday, like he looks out of shape.
He looks fucking out of
looks
shape.
out of
You
shape.
saw?
Probably been partying and all that.
Yeah,
shit.
dude. I think the limelight and everything's getting to him. Like he says it's not. Like he still has some time to train and all that, but But fuck, dude, like he's getting to the point where it's like you don't look like.
Well, he did
It's
it
gonna
in the
be
first
hard.
place.
Yeah, but at least then he was somewhat in shape. You know, he's a big guy, but in shape. Right now, he just looks fat.
It's just funny just listening to him talk.
Yeah.
He's so calm and shit. Like,
I just want to thank God. That's all he goes to. That's what he has nothing to say. He's like, I just want to thank God.
Yeah, when he was on Joe Rogan, that was like the shortest Joe Rogan podcast ever.
And Rogan was forcing that shit.
Yeah. And even Rogan kind of warned him. He's like,
Yeah.
you know, like now that you got some money, you know, there's people that let that shit get to him, you know? Like, I don't want you to be one of those guys. He's like, no. Well, I'll be all right.
Thank God.
Yeah, I just want to thank God. But yeah, I hope he wins. I hope
but
he
no matter
wins.
what, he's in the books already. So
Yeah.
But fuck, I'm rooting for the guy. Rooting for the guy.
He's a good boxer. I
He's
mean,
a
his
good
record
boxer,
shows, but
God damn.
he's just being a little funny right now.
He better fucking fly to Abu Dhabi right now and get used to that heat, because that UFC fight today, they were all saying it was super fucking
Oh, is that
hot.
where they're fighting?
Yeah, they were fighting
Yeah.
in the Abu Dhabi.
Ruiz and them? They're going to fight
Yeah.
out there?
They're building a stadium just for the fight.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be huge. It's supposed to be mutual.
They should have had it in L.A. That shit would have been
Yeah, they should have kept it in the
crazy.
United States.
I think it's a money play. It's just what's it called, Abu Dhabi. They're fucking giving all these people so much money to go out there. UFC
Yeah,
was
it's
just
crazy.
there,
Like
the boxing
the-
match.
Like the embedded, UFC embedded, you told me to watch
WWE is
yesterday.
doing- Yeah,
Fucking how they treat the fighters.
yeah.
Fucking Lamborghinis.
That's why they want to go.
Fucking
Dude, they-
suites and like, oh my god,
They
that
get
shit
these
looks
mansions
sick.
to stay. They can fucking right when you get off the plane, like you're like in some badass first class. You get off the plane, it's like pick a car, Rolls Royce, Lamborghini, whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
How long do you think that place is going to last?
What do you mean, dude? It's like oil.
Isn't it man-made, though?
No, that's
I'm
Dubai.
talking
That's
about
Dubai.
Oh, okay. So where's this at?
I think it's like near there.
Oh.
but it's still
I
like
don't know.
rich as shit. Like, it's like
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
just
it was
oil
so
money. It's
amazing.
oil
I think
money.
it's part of Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
I think so.
I think so.
I
don't know.
I mean,
I'm ignorant.
It's a lot of like crazy shit going on there, so that's why everyone's kind of tripping. Like,
Yeah,
boxing's going
USA
there.
says it's like not safe to go.
Boxing's going there.
As in what,
UFC,
you get
WWE
robbed or
signed a
what?
contract with them.
But there's just a lot of political shit going on.
Oh, so the laws are like totally different. Like,
Yeah, like if you get taken, then you're kind of fucked.
Like, it was a big
Shit.
thing today too, because 2 girls fought in the prelims, and they don't allow that shit. They don't allow
Oh,
that
yeah,
shit.
that is
skin.
drive
good.
and all that shit.
Yeah, like, and it happened. So that was a big step, I guess. But still, Ruiz, fly to Abu Dhabi right now, son of a bitch.
So where's
I
the?
think he might be already there.
When's the fight?
I want to say December,
Oh,
but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Go there now and stop beating Alberto's.
Where's the Masvidal fight at?
Oh, they haven't announced
MSG.
it. Oh, is it?
Oh,
Madison Square
New
Garden.
York.
Oh, New York.
I think so.
That fight's gonna be sick.
Wonder what that card. Wonder if they already have that card put together.
That's what I was
Like
telling
the
him today.
undercard and
Like
all that shit.
the Anaheim card was one of the best cards there was in a long time.
Well, it was supposed to be Usman or whatever, and Colby Covington.
Oh, Colby Covington.
So, but something went down. Wait, what the fuck? June 1st, 2019? Okay, no, that was the first one.
The first.
Most likely December. But yeah,
Well, if they're already having they're already building it up. So
the
yeah.
press conference, December 7th.
yeah, I was right. I was right on the button.
On the Zane.
The Zone.
This
Let's buy tickets. Just fly out
I
there.
think it should be Dazn, but they call it The Zone. It's kind of weird.
Let's take a 22-hour trip over there and fucking watch this fight.
Do you watch Mike Tyson's podcast?
Nah.
Dude, that they had Michael Buffer the other day. Fucking really good. Just fucking nuts. You know the announcer? Let's get ready to rumble guy.
Let's get. I remember. I love that video game.
Yeah.
I feel like Bruce Buffer is still getting mad pussy.
Yeah.
Dude.
I think he's actually single, so
Oh, is he?
I think. I'm not sure. I think.
So no, I want to bring that up.
What?
Let's talk about how Brian Callen is like getting divorced and shit.
Oh,
But I don't want to
yeah.
bring that up on his. We could talk about that.
Who gives a fuck?
Why not?
Because that's like talking about another podcast.
Who
I
gives
don't
a
know,
shit?
who cares?
Like, it is what it is.
But
Like,
it's funny how I don't know.
They can
People-
watch that
People
one and
listen
they
to
can
this
watch
because
ours.
they're
I feel
fans
like
of
he's
podcasts, so they
looking
probably
forward
watch
to
that shit.
Like he's been looking forward to that.
Well, that guy's been divorced and been in and out of fucking relationships so much, it seems like. But it's crazy, like his age, the way he looks and everything, he'll be fucking slaying
Yeah, he'll be
pussy.
fine.
I feel like he's a little playboy. Like,
Hell yeah, he seems like he's always been. Like there's
think it's
pictures
just
of
his
him and Rogan back
personality.
in the day. That and his energy. He has this crazy energy. Where he's like always down.
or what if he's really gay?
I don't think so.
Wow.
What if he's fucking bi? Because he be saying some crazy shit.
But I think it's because he's so comfortable because he slayed so
No,
much
He's
girls.
on some Prince shit.
Yeah, I think he's just been with so many bitches that he's just like, I don't
Secure
give
with
a
his
fuck. Say what
sexuality,
you want.
man.
Like
Yeah.
he's a fucking actor. He's a comedian. He's successful. His fucking dad was
But that's how
rich, so he's like, you
I
can say, I
know.
can say whatever the fuck I want. and
That's
it's
what I
other
don't.
girls.
I don't worry about like when I watch a movie with Melissa or something. I'm like, damn, that's a good looking dude. Like that doesn't seem gay to me. To acknowledge if someone's good looking or not.
Yeah, you acknowledge it, but he goes, damn, he has a nice ass. We're like, oh, remember that guy we saw yesterday? He had a nice ass. Like, he'll bring that shit up.
I think he plays to it though.
Yeah, I think so too. It's like Theo Vaughn. He plays to his character. Like all those guys play to their character.
Theo Vaughn is fucking hilarious.
That fucker's hilarious.
Hilarious.
But yeah, you guys are listening to this for the beer.
Fucking beer talk right now. Because,
That shit goes everywhere when I drink, at least.
What?
Beer, like conversations.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
what it
that's what it is.
Shit throws that everywhere.
so is that my beer?
Oh, you know what you
Let's
should do?
talk.
Because we should mention this. Eric's not here today. He's in Vegas.
He's in Vegas.
But we should probably call Eric and see if we can get him on the speakerphone. He's probably all fucked up on all kinds of drugs.
What time is it?
It's 10:21
It's 10.
right now.
So he's probably in the room right now.
No, he's probably fucking in the pool.
Hell no.
Yeah,
He's probably getting ready to go
he's at a
out
resort.
on the,
No, he said he was
okay.
just gonna chill and get fucked
Oh,
up with
okay.
the resort. So
I stayed at a resort in Vegas, the Cancun. It was fire. The food
no, we
was
stayed at
fire.
the
It's
Tahiti
called the
Village.
Cancun?
Tahiti Village.
Yeah, it's called the Cancun. It's
Never
right
heard
off
that
the
one.
strip a little bit.
Dude, I'll never forget. We mentioned this on probably our other podcast, but
I'm calling.
what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, they had a steam room in one of those showers. Remember that?
Oh yeah,
Gangster. That's Tahiti Village.
Yeah, that's my.
I need that in my house. My future
Yes.
house.
Oh my god! I was at this in the sauna today. It felt wonderful. Like revitalizes your face.
Yeah, cleans out your pores.
I was trying to get all scientific. But
This
I was like, my
motherfucker
brain
not
wouldn't go to a
answering?
certain point. Yeah, he's probably knocked out because he doesn't know how to pace himself. When I called you earlier, it said, "Hi, Martin." How does it know? Just based on
You called me?
address book.
Yeah.
You called me?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get a missed call from you.
I called you.
That's weird.
Yeah, it said, "Hi, Martin," and then I just hung up.
What the fuck? You got scared or what? Like, oh shit.
Oh no, I didn't call you. I called Eric.
Oh
At
yeah, 'cause
6:15.
that it reads off off of his address book.
Yeah, but it didn't say your name. It said E.
Well, I'm not Eric.
But
No, he should read your
when
name.
I called
Oh.
him, it said Martin.
Oh.
Hi, Martin. I was like, oh shit.
I was like, wait, I'm not Eric, so.
But that's a trip now. When people call you, it'll say maybe, and then it'll give you the name.
Oh yeah, I like that though.
Yeah, I'm like, what the heck? She's getting way too crazy now. You can't hide. You will not be able to hide nothing nowadays.
I wonder if this app's still around. There used to be an app where I can call you, but input a different number,
Disguise it, yeah.
so it would look like James is
Mhm.
calling you or whatever. That's what I know. There used to be those. I'm sure they're still around. There's this prank call fucking apps where like they like, hey, how you doing? Dude, I was just like hanging out with you. Like it just carries on the conversation and it records it so you can hear it back. We used to get Andy. We used to get everybody. It was fucking hilarious.
Isn't your voicemail like? Don't you keep going like?
No, that's his.
Oh, that's somebody. Oh shit! Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I got scared as fuck right now.
Dude, I drank a fucking hazy. What was that shit called? Pineapple Express at Grapau down the street. Fire, dude.
Who's that from?
I wish I knew. Shit. I don't know. Eric and I ordered it. I think it was like,
Man, this one's tasty.
might have been Golden Road or Hangar 24.
Oh, Golden Road. I believe when I went last weekend to the Orange County, the International Street Fair.
Uh-huh.
Do they have a mango one?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That
Mango
shit's
cart.
nasty.
Mango cart?
Yeah,
That
that was
shit's good.
disgusting. And then I had another one. It was like Carl. It was a German one, Carlsberg or something.
Carl Strauss?
Carl, yeah, that one was fire.
It's not German, it's American from
Oh, is
San
it?
Diego.
No, but no, then it wasn't because the dudes that were serving it to me had German, the international soccer jerseys on. It's Carl something.
All I know is Carl Strauss.
Nah, it's whatever. But yeah,
Well, the one I'm drinking right now is by Cigar City. Jai Alai. Indian Pale Ale. It's pretty bomb. Nice and tasty. So how was the fair or the
International Food Fair?
It was cool. It got better the more I drank. So
that always happens.
that's just life.
So was there anything good that you tasted from like a different country that you're like, oh, this is new? Or
I actually didn't eat at all. I wasn't hungry, but
what? That's stupid.
I just felt like there was carne asada burritos everywhere. Like
I feel like that's what you were going to.
That's what you wanted. Sounds pretty fire right now.
I went to the Australia where they had the Australia flags, had carne asada burritos, taquitos. I was like, what the fuck? I don't even know what Australian food is. Like what their main dish is.
I never had
Kangaroo.
Fucking
Nah,
Outback is Australian food supposedly.
Is
And
it?
Fuck that place.
Why? This shit's good as fuck.
Fuck
Just
that
because you order the wrong thing.
The one time I go to the restaurant, I ordered the wrong thing, and it fucking destroyed what I think about the place.
He went there all excited. He's like, Outback, it's bomb ass steak, blah blah blah. Cool. We go there. He fucking orders the beef. It was like fucking hamburger meat.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
I don't know why. I saw a fucking ground beef steak, and I was like, what the fuck? All right, fucking, I ordered it's a fucking hamburger patty.
Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck? And I asked the lady, can I get a buns with this at least? I was just mad.
I've been to Outback once, and it was when I was younger, and it was right after I got my eyes dilated, so I couldn't see shit. Have you guys ever got your eyes dilated?
No? I'm looking at you like you were on drugs.
No, like they put little like I forgot how they did it, but they blow either they blow or put drops in your eye, and then it's like all blurry, so you can't see for like a couple hours.
Oh no!
So my mom took me to eat there, and I couldn't see anything. I just see all blurry.
I don't know.
Well, I wear glasses and contacts, so maybe you guys didn't have to do that. But yeah,
I need glasses.
I think I stare at a computer all day that my eyes are just
You should wear
shot.
the blue, what is it called? Blue light glasses. They help. Like
I'm
with
not wearing stunner shades inside. Not gonna
no,
be
they're
that
clear
guy.
ones. They're clear ones.
I wear my stunner shades.
That'd be hilarious. Just have straight sunglasses.
Like an asshole.
Yeah.
Like Tony Ferguson.
Yeah. That's
Gonna
straight
fuck
up
my
Tony
knee up.
Ferguson.
Tony Ferguson. Oh, he does wear sunglasses inside there.
Yeah, he has the sunglasses from the AM PM.
Like Gabriel.
That was from Santana.
The Lokes. They have like a little
Lokes.
cross on the side.
He's like that fucking rapper or whatever that everyone's talking about. Boys, West Coast and shit.
Yeah.
How he lets the fucking
Boy, West
sunglasses
Coast.
hang from his fucking temples and shit. That's so stupid. But yeah.
That is stupid. I'm like,
Yeah, 'cause
I don't even know who
I
that guy
think I've
is.
tried that before. To let him hang right there.
I hate that shit. I hate when people put their sunglasses backwards when they're not using them.
That's a white boy thing.
I thought it was
Isn't it?
everybody thing.
The white boy thing's putting it behind your shirt.
Oh, on your neck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On collar.
I'm talking about like on your back of your head
Yeah.
Oh,
or
I-
on top of your head.
right,
That's so fucking LBGTT whatever. ABC.
LBGTC, ABCD,
Yeah.
FG. All the colors of the rainbow.
Oh shit, Martin's gonna start singing.
Yeah. I've been watching YouTube videos of teaching you how to sing, but it's not as easy as it seems. I have a couple recordings on my phone.
Can you teach someone how to sing? Like that already doesn't sing?
I think it's a thing you have to low key start super young or be born with.
No, I think you could teach someone how to sing.
Yeah.
What?
That was a recording of me driving home and I was singing.
You were trying to sing?
Put it on, fool, put it on. Play it. Play it. Play it. Everyone comment below if you want Martin.
Say my name. Say baby I love you if you ain't running game.
Oh, wow.
He probably thought you were fired too. You're like, yeah.
Low key, that still sounded pretty fire.
Oh, fuck out of here, dude.
You give yourself way too much credit. I wish Simon was here and shit. Just burn.
I do that shit too though. Like I'm at work and I'm like bored as fuck. I start singing like Frank Sinatra and I was like, damn, I sound pretty tight. And then one time I recorded myself. I was like, no, you do not, dude. Don't fucking do that shit again.
When I hear myself recorded, I feel like
boys.
it doesn't sound like how I hear myself in my head. For some
yeah.
reason.
That's funny because before we started the podcast, like one of the tutorials I was watching, it was like, don't fucking get discouraged because you hate your voice. Like everybody hates your voice or their voice. Like it's something you can't get used to. And I'm like, fuck, I fucking hate listening to podcasts. And you listen to yourself, I'm like, it sounds funny as fuck.
I stopped
I still
listening.
can't get over it.
I was listening to ours for a minute. And I just stopped because I sound super ignorant.
No, it's just
I
you.
just
You've been
can't
fucked up
stutter.
all the time. Speaking, you want to hit this?
No, straight. I'm on a cleansing. I'm drinking straight liquor now. I'm on my gentleman shit.
We'll see how long
Jameson.
that lasts.
Well, I bought the whole bottle, so it's gonna last me at least a week.
I was thinking about doing the 6 months no beer again after the Raider game.
Yeah, I was thinking of, I want to
I'll-
just stick to just drinking at the podcast.
Yeah, I'll have one,
That's it.
2 beers, but
Like we'll rate a beer and hang out. I mean, we'll still get fucked up, ladies and gentlemen.
'Cause,
But we'll probably get fucked up off
it's
liquor.
that my beer is about life.
But I felt like it's,
That way we don't have so
it was
much
taking a
carbs.
toll on me. Like I felt like my stomach was all fucked.
Well, that's
for
what
a while.
happens.
Like I felt
Well, it's
like
'cause
so like bleh.
We drink for hours. Like people don't understand we fucking record. And we don't just like record back to back. We chill before we get here, get drunk,
take an hour break.
record, take a fucking hour break, and then record again, and then fucking still chill.
Takes a toll on you, and I'm only getting older. And I swear it takes me at least
And
3 days to
we
get my
got,
life
we got to
together.
start getting Coachella ready, so
Shoot.
That's true.
because the holidays are coming and you know that food's coming.
Anybody going to Coachella? Anyone that listens to this? Imagine we get some like random person from like Norway.
I think
Yeah,
in
I'm
the first like in January I'm gonna start ordering my stuff like the backpack that you put the water in and all that stuff.
It's just funny.
And be ready, people. You're gonna hear a lot of Chella this and Chella that. That's all you hear.
Shit's annoying.
Like Chella wasted. Fucking
Oh,
white girls.
God.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
That's why I'm happy I'm not on none of that social media in this.
No, I'm talking about in person, fool.
Oh, in
What the
person?
fuck?
I've never heard that.
Well, that's why.
Because you've never been to Coachella, fool.
Oh, you're talking about while you're there?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
And Korn's gonna be one of the headliners.
Oh, yep.
He's calling it, but we'll
Calling
see.
it. We'll see. We shall see.
I think it's gonna be Korn, maybe Post Malone.
What's going on, Steppy? You just brought a random.
Drugs?
What's that bucket about?
Cookies?
Oh, he has beer inside the bucket.
Oh,
That's funny.
hell yeah! He brought some Fat Tire and some Stellas.
Nice.
Where
And a
was
Lowe's
it?
bucket.
For how many years? I
We
think
just get him on the
doesn't it?
podcast right now.
We're gonna get him.
Does it matter?
Jump on, Steppy.
We have to connect it. Is it? You have to turn it on.
Just turn it on.
Yes, turn it on.
Do you wanna sit down?
Yes, he does.
Look at him. Look at him.
Should we restart it?
No, just keep going.
Just jump in.
Well, hold on. I gotta find out which one I muted.
I think you said it was 4.
I much prefer to be higher than a low.
That's that one. Talking to that one. Talking to that one.
Hello. Yep.
We're getting Steppy on the podcast.
We talking about black people?
Oh my god.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Da-da-da.
Done or not?
Steppy's about to get on, and he has the headphones on.
So what are you working on over there?
Huh?
When did that shirt fit you?
Doesn't it?
You said when? What year?
With a shirt?
Yeah.
Oh, it's brand new. I
Martin,
just got it.
pull that closer.
I just
You look like you've been lifting weights.
no. I've been eating.
How's your foot coming along? Well, I mean,
If
it's
you had-
there,
if
but
you had a flashlight, you could see that.
oh hell no!
It looks like his big toe looks like one of those pool toys where you
His
throw at the
fucking-
bottom of
No,
the
no, no.
His
Here.
toe looks like Debo.
No, check it out.
It's fucked
Check
up.
it out. it's only part of a toe. See, that's what a normal toe looks like.
Oh, damn.
It's 2 inches shorter than,
Holy.
so I can run faster.
Looks like one of those.
less load to
What was that
carry.
movie? Tremors.
Oh, yeah, Tremors. With Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
What, that one guy with the shotgun and the wife, he had something missing or what?
I don't remember. I haven't seen it.
They're like worms underground.
It's on
that
right
came
now,
in.
actually.
Oh, really?
And Tremors too.
Yeah, I think there's like 3 of them or something like that.
It's
Couple
fucking
of them.
hilarious.
So,
I thought
any
it
alien sightings?
Not lately. I did have a dream though.
Remember the
Let's
dream
hear
you were
about-
telling me about the whole like you saw a light and all that? I had that a couple days ago. That
Nope.
same dream you were talking about.
Oh, dream. Mine was. I thought it was real, but yeah.
Well, I mean,
So did it trip you out?
yeah, it did actually.
Yeah.
Tell us about it. Tell us about your
Yeah, I
dream.
don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Go ahead. Tell us your dream and I'll loop in.
Elaborate.
Okay. Talking about all of a sudden just seeing flashing lights in the sky and they started to accelerate. So there were more and more and more and more. Like lightning, but not lightning. It was too bright and too defined. And just felt like we were under attack by aliens. And I woke up and I don't even know that I woke up. I don't even know that it was a dream. I feel like it was real. And then...
You woke up as
and then
Tom
I
Cruise,
forgot
or-
about it. And then suddenly I remembered when I was standing next to you, we were talking about other things. And then I remembered it, and it was like it was real. It wasn't a dream.
Yeah, you told me that you felt like it was deja vu, like me and you talking about it.
Right, yeah.
So that's how it felt when I had the same dream. Well, not the same dream, but I had something similar. So I was walking in the field, and all of a sudden I hear alarms go off, and I look in the sky, and the whole sky was red,
Yeah.
and it looked like not shooting stars, but like
Meteors.
flares or something coming down,
Yeah.
red flares, and out of nowhere the sky just turned red, and it was just like you just hear pop, 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 shooting and all that, and then I woke up.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, this is the same dream Steppy had.
Mine weren't flares. They were like really defined, like flashes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like something shooting something or something suddenly coming into place. You know?
Yeah.
It could have just been they were arriving and that was the red flash. I don't know. But because there was nothing to battle. And it was like over Marchfield.
March Air Force? Yeah.
I mean, it was like here because we're not that far from Marchfield.
Yeah.
And
Don't give our location, please.
okay. I mean, you know, in retrospect, if we were in Australia, upside down wise, yeah. So anyway,
Upside down life.
Wise.
yeah.
So when do you find time to sleep? That's what I was wondering.
Oh man, well, lately I've been sleeping during the day because it's so freaking hot. I can't even work out here in my job because it's too hot.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's
it's-
been
It was
super hot.
107. And I was soaking wet. I had to get on a conference call half an hour, and I'm like, please don't anybody else talk. Let's just get this over with.
What was
Soaking wet.
What was the first time you got drunk?
Drunk?
Yeah.
1950, what?
Drunk?
He's like, back in
High or
1937.
No, drunk.
Drunk.
It's a beer podcast, brother.
Yeah, the first time you ever had a beer. Or you
Oh,
can
that's
even-
different. So
Back in the Prohibition days.
so we could talk about your first beer.
You know what? That might have been.
1972.
Oh, no, never mind.
72. I worked in a liquor store, and
What was it called?
ghetto liquor.
What's
It was, on
Ghetto
the,
liquor.
it was on the border of Washington, D.C. and Maryland.
Asian.
No, it was pure
Oh, okay.
dark. Anyway, and that's how I know about Manischewitz Cream on Concord and MD 2020.
Oh, Mad Dog.
Bunkers of beer.
Those are still around back then?
That was
Schlitz,
still
malt
around back then. What do you
liquor.
mean? That's when it started. That's still around now.
Oh, yeah.
The A trains.
Yeah. So anyway, I would take out the trash and I'd take a couple bunkers of beer out and throw them in the dumpster. And then
What's a
when
bunker?
bunker was a quart, but it's called a bunker back then.
Sounds
And
cool. I'm gonna start calling my beers bunkers.
it should be, but you'd have to kind of tape them together or something. 'Cause
It's like a growler.
it's not working.
Oh.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm 13, probably 13 years old.
Yeah, you working at a liquor store at 13 years old?
Did you need a permit?
Damn.
Learner's permit, I think 15 back then.
So you were 13.
So I just lied about my age.
That's crazy. Back then, it's like you can't really prove it.
I worked before that though. I sold popcorn and soda at the Iowa Hawkeyes stadium. I made up a social security number, got in line.
Oh, shit. But
Back then, you get away with that.
Yeah, back then it was much
Your license
easier.
was paper, wasn't it?
Computerized, that's why.
Like your driver's license, wasn't it just laminated?
I don't even. It wasn't laminated. It was a hard copy. No, it wasn't.
Oh, it was? Oh, okay. Because I was watching this documentary on, what's that serial killer? The Ted Bundy. And he would just make a new driver's license so easy.
Oh, that stupid show. Anyway, no, military IDs were laminated.
Oh, okay.
Stupid. Because if you put it in the washing machine, you're screwed because it started to come apart. Yeah. Anyway,
I
13.
still get yelled at for not cleaning out my pockets when I'm about to do laundry. Having gum and all that shit.
Oh, that's you? Oh. You don't do your own laundry?
No, I'm a grown ass man. I don't do my own laundry.
Who does your
My
laundry?
woman does my laundry. What are you talking about?
Women are supposed to do the laundry?
Who does your laundry?
I do everyone's laundry.
Oh.
I got to hurry up and vacuum before.
Well, you're the
she
one.
wakes up tonight.
Your shit's all flipped out.
I feel like you do everything here.
No, man. Listen, if you can get in the washing machine, if you can get anywhere near it, competing with Nick and Ryan, come on, the dog's pissing and shitting every 20 minutes, so they got to get a new towel out of the closet, clean that shit up, and then it's got to be washed and dried and put away.
Yeah, it's
So
annoying having dogs in the house, and especially
so-
when they're not trained.
Yeah.
Oh,
get
that's just
get
so
me going
annoying.
on that one. Yeah. Anyway,
Well,
so
you could afford to buy a new shirt every day. So.
fuck that. It's not even about that. Can you
Are you-
say fuck, by the way?
Yeah,
Anyway,
you can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's for the internet.
When are you gonna sell this shit?
Next. 107. I can't even go through it. It's too freaking hot right now.
Yeah, that's true.
We're going to have a sale next weekend. So
What do you-
if you'd like to come by anytime during the week and help me do whatever.
Just
that'd
let
be
us
great. Yeah. Well, there you go. You're on notice.
I text you. You got my number now.
Well, now you're in trouble because I'll be like, oh, could you come over, man? I can't reach the toilet paper.
Let's go to Water Heater Depot.
Cut my toenails.
No, you got to go to Water Heater Depot with me because I want to know what you see that's so amazing about Water Heater Depot. Because it's like every drill they have that's a cordless drill, no batteries, right? So it's like half off, but the batteries cost 90% of the brand new item.
Well, I was talking about the pallets.
Oh, I never saw it. I
That's
didn't see
before they
anything.
even put everything on there.
I'd like to do that deal because the rest of it's just shit that fell off the
Yeah.
pallets while they were loading the stuff up after they sold the pallets. It's pretty bad.
Well, what happened to your shirt thing, your press?
It's at the house, at where I'm staying.
I don't think your shirt's wrinkled. Looks pretty good.
No, the
Screen
printing machine.
Your wife ironed it for you?
No, I want more of my own fucking clothes.
Oh,
guys.
you have your own screen?
Oh, I see.
Your
She does the laundry. He irons his own clothes because we don't trust them
I
women.
fold them and put them
Because we
away.
don't trust them women.
No, you have to pay attention to what the fabric's made out of. You
Totally
can't
get
have
it.
Why don't you do Steppy's
Totally get it.
vest he needs?
Because I have to put it all together, and I'm
You should.
lazy as fuck.
Yeah, but I've already got 1,500 I've purchased so far, and I pay $1.50 for each. No, $2 for each imprint of the logo.
Well, yeah, it's cheaper than what I would cost.
It'd be $3,000.
Because we'd have
you
to
would've
buy the
made already.
paint. We'd have to buy all
That
that
would
stuff.
only be like $40, dude.
So is the
No, but-
paint and everything cost you $3,000?
Yeah, you're in.
I
He's
don't
not good
know.
at numbers, is he?
You would have made $3,000 already on 1,500.
I know,
vests.
dude. It's probably like 50, maybe $100, and then
You're gonna make $3,000.
$3,000.
So you guys gonna help me put all that shit together? and all
Yeah,
that?
as long as he lets us put it in here.
If we split that
Whoa,
$3,000,
Hold on. I'm already dealing with dog shit in the house. No.
he said $3,000. There's three of us.
No, there's four of us. Hello. So now
There you go, there you
I
go.
will help you take the shit apart, and I'll pay you $4 an imprint. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, I found a place where I buy the vests, and they put the logo on, but they took it off the press or whatever and folded it too soon, and now
Oh,
so it all it ran.
Rookies.
Yeah.
Rookies.
Well, that we were rushing them. I told them I needed them in 2 days.
So you never went to the Kona Brewery in Hawaii? You said you were going to go. You're supposed to buy something.
I was under control of my wife and the children. I was told to
I
get
don't
in and
believe
drive.
that.
Excuses.
whatsoever.
Excuses.
Seriously.
But you had
kidding me?
time to go pay for $200 a plate.
Oh, that was a big ass mistake. It was like,
Fuck,
well, where are you
explain
going to go for
that.
breakfast? And it says,
Explain that. What happened
big
there?
breakfast. Right?
But you had time to go to
It was the first day.
A luau.
No, screw. Oh,
He went to a local
do the
restaurant.
luau.
I FaceTimed my mom. They were at a local restaurant. He had time to pretend he knew Hawaiian and just started saying random ass shit that sounded Hawaiian. In the yeah, like some shit like that.
Umakwakato.
I was like, fuck. I felt so bad for my
So
brother.
how-
Kulikilama.
So how was it $200 a plate?
All right, it wasn't.
Was it worth it?
No, hell no. And that's the luau. So we'll go to the luau in a second. There's something called Big Breakfast. And so they have this tram that takes you through the thing. First of all, we're on the island of Hawaii.
Uh-huh.
Okay. There's
Hilo.
you're trapped. It's like going to a prison camp in Vietnam during the 70s, and you're just trapped.
Yeah,
So whatever you're gonna
you
eat.
had to be there because I don't know.
Oh, well,
I
Chuck
never been there.
Norris is on. Yeah, Braddock. Anyway, so really Missing in Action 2 and Missing in Action Part 1, you haven't?
I said
No?
Rambo.
Missing in action.
Platoon.
Can't
Oh,
wait.
Platoon. Yeah.
You haven't seen Missing in Action? It's on
No.
right now, HBO. I have it recorded if you guys want me to, shuffle it onto the old
Sponsorship,
bar
HBO.
TV. Anyway, so we're hungry, and it's the first day we're there. We didn't eat the night that we got in because we went to the local grocery store thingy, and it was like $28 for a loaf of bread, and
Oh,
it
hell.
was
no.
ridiculous. So she walked around, and I stayed right in the produce area and tested things until I was full, and then we went home. And then the next morning, we get on the tram and we head to go have breakfast, and she said, "Oh, here's a buffet." Okay, so we all get out and we go in, we get our plates and do our thing. We don't ask them how much is it, and
How much it is?
Oh, it was how much. We don't ask them how much. Fuck you. We don't ask them how much it is. Probably right, but I'm gonna have to run that back. We have this tape. I wanna run that back. Anyway, so we
Or how much it was?
Well, yeah, I'll tell you how much it was. It was $254 for 4 people to have breakfast,
Wow.
and it was like scrambled eggs, buffet.
Yeah.
Right, should be like $20, $25.
Hometown
a piece.
buffet is what?
Not even in
Not even
Vegas.
20.
$250. So
Was
I
it
said,
worth it?
Hell no.
Was it just spam?
No, it was a buffet. I mean, it was a real buffet. It had the potatoes, O'Brien, had the eggs. You could have an omelet made. It's like going to the casino buffet, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so once they brought the check, and I'm like, what the fuck? You guys stuff your pockets, pastries, whatever. You grab whatever you can.
Tater
There's
tots.
much stuff. Not one of them would do it. So I had to take 17 freaking pastries in my pockets back to the room.
You had cargos or what?
No, they could tell. They could tell I had some stuff.
Did you just say some Hawaiian shit and walk out?
I said, "Mudo, and they went,
That sounded legit.
have them. Well, yeah, especially when you get a shirt like this and you've been eating. Anyway, they thought I was some.
That's like a wannabe Billabong shirt.
I don't even know what it says, man. I can't read it because my tits are too big. I can't see past them. Anyway,
You ever done steroids?
No.
No? Why not?
No.
I feel like you were built
I
once
didn't
upon a
need
time.
to. Huh?
So I feel like you were built once upon a time.
I was built, and I will be again. You'll see, motherfucker. Now you challenged me. Yeah, because I got, dealt. And so
Why
now
don't you
they're
get on
all
the
like,
roids?
extreme.
Get on the juice.
No, because I'm 100 years old, and I'd have to remember where the fuck I put them.
That's the perfect time
know?
to do it.
Yeah, get some testosterone. Just get
I
fucking
need some of
yoked.
that, actually. Is there any
I don't think you
beer
need
that-
Doctors could do
testosterone.
that.
He's on a
Yeah,
fucking-
get out
it's
the TRT.
He has Brian Callen energy.
No,
No,
but
he does.
the testosterone will still fucking get him fit.
No,
I thought that's like if you
but
have
you need
low
a-
energy
Nah.
and shit.
Well, that also gets your fucking. He's
That-
trying to
there
get
you
your
go.
dick up.
You haven't got a finger up your butt yet?
What? Yes, I've had a colonoscopy
Oh, well, I thought that's
several
what
times.
this was.
No, that's a penis hardening.
Oh.
Nobody wants us to tell
Let's
our
not
twat?
talk about penis.
Why? What's happening? What gets you excited? What?
No.
All right.
He doesn't want to think about
So
it.
when's the first time you had a hard on?
Fuck.
That's a good story, actually.
How'd you end up in Riverside?
So I will tell you when the first time I had a hard on. So I was about 6, I think.
6?
That I can
Holy
recall. My mom gave me one of those blankets with little silky, fluffy stuff. On
When he said that, I just
Right,
pictured black
that
and white, like an old movie.
like I Love Lucy. I Love
No,
Lucy.
it wasn't I Love Lucy. It was like
Somewhere in the
Father Knows
farm.
Best, right? Think about, no, you guys don't know
No.
Father Knows Best. Katie and
What was that show where they would take him fishing in the beginning?
Leave it
No,
to Beaver?
actually, it's before that. It was a silent movie.
Mayberry RFD.
Where they would whistle the song.
Mayberry RFD.
No, you're thinking of
Andy Griffin.
Andy Griffin.
Yeah.
Same thing. Mayberry RFD, Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah.
So you weren't around during the silent movies?
There you go.
Yeah.
Silent films.
No, actually, you guys, just because I didn't have money to buy color film, we still had colored clothing. And it was, So anyway, back to the...
So wait, did you
back
have
to the
dream? Did you
owner.
have dreams in black and white back then?
That's all you could dream. It's what you see on TV. I couldn't dream in
Wizard
color.
of Oz, the first.
That would be weird, right? Yeah.
Oh, I got a story
first
about
time
Wizard
I
of
saw
Oz.
Wizard of Oz, and they did
just-
that Chronicruller or whatever the
Switch
hell
from
it
black
was,
and white to
Oh,
and all
yeah.
this, we were shocked. It was like, oh my god, color.
Did you see the guy hang himself?
I was about to say that right now.
What?
There's a guy that hung himself in the movie.
In the movie, is in the actual movie when they're walking the yellow brick road to
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
the
it was,
castle, you could see the guy hanging off a tree.
it was one of the guys that worked on set.
Oh, it was one of the people that worked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for whatever reason, like he was overworked or he was depressed, whatever it was. He hung himself, and during one of the scenes, you can see him hanging.
Oh, that's
No,
cool.
he just wanted some movie time. He's an asshole.
Probably. He's probably not got a SAG card. But, too
That's
late.
probably what
Wait,
it
have
was.
you tried acting?
You have to speak. No.
I was just curious.
I
You know
should have,
about
though.
SAG.
Yeah, I know about SAG for different reasons. My ex
Your balls.
was an actress and a comedian, and
Oh, really?
yeah.
Shit.
she's actually still a comedian, but
Where?
L.A. in Burbank and downtown L.A. The whatever what's it?
Comedy store.
That's
Improv.
the one next to the
Troubadour.
freaking. No, hold on, the one next to the one with the bull.
Oh,
it's a-
next to Saddle Ranch.
That's
Yeah.
a comedy club.
yeah, next to
Comedy
next
store.
to it.
Oh, the Ice House and the Comedy
No,
Store.
no,
I think it's the
Pasadena,
comedy store that's
yeah.
next
no,
to the
it's
ranch house.
Improv.
Oh, it might be
Yeah.
there.
Anyway, I think Paulie, what's his name?
Pauly Shore.
Yeah, his mom owns that, right?
No, that's Comedy Store then.
Comedy store.
Okay,
yeah.
anyway, yeah, there and some other place.
Are we allowed to say her name or no?
Huh? No, I don't want to.
Is she big or no?
No.
Like, well known?
Well, she's fucking neurotic, and
know what that
they turn that into humor somehow. I don't know, but anyway,
Neurotic.
no. Yeah, no.
Would you be down to be our mascot?
Mascot? What the fuck? You have to bark? What do you mean?
No, you just have to dress up in the SpongeBob character little costume.
Sure. Sounds fun.
I think he would blow
Anyway,
up.
so
Like, I think if
the
he
blanket
was on
had the
camera, he
silky,
would blow up.
fluffy stuff, and so when I was laying with it, it would rub against me. Oh, I'm still telling the story about the first boner.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We're back on that,
I
right?
see. Are you
Yeah.
circumcised?
No.
No.
Yes. What?
Are you or not?
Yeah. No. Yes. I'm Catholic.
Well, what is it? So it's a Catholic thing?
Yeah.
It's a Jewish thing.
Yeah. What the heck?
No. It's Catholic. We live next to some Jews. Anyway, they let us borrow their,
Their cigar cutter?
Yeah, that's, man, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know anybody that isn't. And I don't really want to, see it.
That's how they would catch people during the whole the Holocaust. I think when they would figure out if you were Jewish or not, if you're trying to lie, they would check you.
And if you were Jewish, you were circumcised?
Yeah.
How about if you were just clean?
So how'd you end up in Riverside?
We're like, all right.
Well, okay.
Well, you
so-
tell us. You were around back then.
I finally found where my parents moved to.
They moved to
And,
here.
um,
I always
That's how I got to Riverside. My parents, they moved when I was in Michigan, moved and didn't tell me.
because you were in the Army still.
No.
Or Air Force.
Nope.
Where were you in? Navy?
No, I was in Birmingham, Michigan, selling.
But didn't you,
Clothing.
weren't you one of the,
Not yet.
not yet?
Nope. I was 17 then. And then I
Wait,
went.
you went,
I was
They just
17. I was managing 7 clothing stores in Western Michigan, working for the chairman of the board of Michigan National Bank's son. And I started out as a stock boy and just really good at what I did. And he was starting out. And so we just kind of ended up in a it works for me, it works for you kind of thing. And I graduated from high school when I was in 11th grade, 16, and worked for him full time.
You sound like the Unabomber.
I don't know anything about his history. But anyway.
Didn't they have 12th grade back then? Or you're just super
Had
smart?
what?
He just graduated then. You idiot.
He did what?
No, the Unabomber
Smack him.
graduated at 16, but
Well, you sure he didn't just drop out at 16?
no, he went to Harvard at 16.
Harvard?
Yeah.
What were these stores you were managing?
Katie Butler Incorporated. It was a Levi's
what
store
style?
inside
Okay. Like Kohl's or
inside
something?
Wurzburg. So Wurzburg was the largest department store in Western Michigan and Northern Ohio. And he just set up, just like Kmart. Kmart is all leased departments. Kmart doesn't own them. Some of them, but not all of them. Other entities lease the departments in Kmart.
I remember Kmart when they had the blue light special.
Yeah, I managed Kmart.
I remember when they had restaurants, had a pizza place in there. You get slushies.
Oh, yeah.
The one right here, you used to manage this
Taco
one?
Bell.
The one on
Pizza.
Van Buren and the one in Diamond Bar.
Oh, really? The one right here?
Van
that's
Buren in
crazy.
the hood?
Van
Oh,
Buren,
shit.
is that one still
It-
open?
It wasn't the hood then.
Oh,
It's a
well,
hood
back when
now.
there was a train that used to go by there.
Train?
Yeah, there was a Bank of America, and there was a train that used to pass by that Kmart.
Not that I
Because it used to
know.
be the military base right there by
Yeah,
Where
Orlando
Kmart
used to
at?
be bunkers
We're
or
talking
bunkers.
about down on Van Buren and
Arlington and Van Buren.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Orlando used to be bunkers. It used to be military bunkers for March Air Force Base.
Okay, but not when I worked at Kmart.
Oh damn! Oh, okay.
Okay, this is like 1980.
Well, there was still a train then
Four.
for sure.
I don't know about a train, but all right. I guess I didn't really give a shit about bank. It was, what Security Pacific Bank. That was the bank that. Right, Security Pacific Bank. That was the bank that was the
Things
big
change.
big bank. Well, no, it went under. But it was
Change.
Huh?
Still change.
Were you around when Circuit City was around?
Yeah.
We all
Like
were. I just
2 years
wondered.
ago, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
I'm still trying to take back something to Circuit City if there's still one open. Were you around when Radio Shack was open? Yeah.
Radio site.
I tried to get a job there like a bunch of times.
Try finding anything now. You can't get it at Circuit City. You
The
can't
guy-
get it at Radio Shack. And you can't get it at Best Buy because they don't even know what it is.
To Amazon.
At Radio
now.
Shack,
Yeah,
Radio Shack.
Amazon. Amazon is like 8 cents. Circuit City, Best Buy, $47. It'll be there in 7 days.
Yeah.
Right?
Believe it.
8 cents on the internet.
So let's get back to why your parents left you in Michigan.
They caught me with getting that first boner at 6. No,
He's like Joe Dirt that just left him at the Hoover Dam.
no, it wasn't quite like that. They sold the house and moved. I knew they were moving. I just didn't know when they were moving. I knew where they were moving to as well. I chose to stay, and I was there for about a year and a half. Year and a half working in Birmingham. Birmingham is where all the rich people live in Michigan, right? So, naturally, his dad, being the chairman of the board of Michigan National Bank, lived in Birmingham. He had to too because that's what he was used to. And the way I was introduced to his father, I drove his limo to the country home. That's how I was able to go with them as the driver of the limo. That's how snooty they were.
That's
Mhm.
crazy.
Big old fat men. Both of them were big fat men. I wonder if he can hear this. Now, they're
Now
dead.
that you have money,
They're
you're a big old
dead.
fat man.
What do you say? Because that was mean as shit, I'm sure.
I'm sure. It
All
was.
right, well, have 5 surgeries and pizza. Okay, motherfucker?
5 surgeries and pizza, you son of a bitch.
You didn't have to have the pizza
Yeah,
part.
on your foot.
It's gonna be merch. We're gonna get
Anyway.
Steppy a shirt that says
How'd
5
I end up
surgeries
in
and pizza.
How'd I end up in California? All right, so
Riverside.
how I ended up in Riverside was because my parents moved to Riverside. 2 years after they moved here, I moved here because my dad convinced me to take my scholarship. I had a scholarship from high school to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. And he said, just do it. Just take it. If you don't like it, go back to selling clothes. I was making $40,000 a year plus commission. And that was in 1970, 78, 76.
What were you driving? in Michigan?
1976, huh?
What kind of car did you have in Michigan?
I had a Camaro convertible, 68 Camaro convertible. Yep. And anyway,
how much was it when you bought it?
I think I paid $1,500 for it.
Damn.
I sold it for $500. So anyway, and then got out here, and there's one in the parking lot of the first, second, or third job I had. It was like $20,000. I'm like, what the fuck? That quickly? Apparently, it was in a very cold place in Michigan and didn't get Auto Trader.
That, and also a lot of people don't buy cars out there because
No, they rust.
the snow fucks it up. Yeah.
Yeah, rust, and that's why I sold it for $500. I was going down the street and went to take a right and just hit a tree, the fender, and then there was rust here, there, and everywhere, and screw it. And I made the top, the underside of the convertible top, I put plush 1970s, right? So I put like, it was nice.
Were you into the whole disco era?
Yeah, I love disco.
Did you?
Yeah.
How was that? Like, how was that?
was
Like
awesome.
the nightlife and all that?
It was nice. It was awesome. There's no nightlife here in Riverside right now, which is ridiculous.
There is.
Where
There
is?
is actually. You're just a
Where?
little older than us.
No, I wouldn't go anyway, but I would be curious to know what
Well,
it
downtown
is.
Riverside.
I'm talking about where you can go dancing. Listen to
Yeah,
it.
there's places
Yeah,
to dance.
there's a lot of places in Riverside you could go
I didn't
dancing.
know that. Is that
I don't
new?
get out much either. So.
No,
I
it's-
knew that Lake Alice was always the last survivor.
Well, Lake Alice is still a bar and everything, but there's a lot of places you could go for the last 10 years.
Why back then there was?
Even Lisa doesn't know this. We talked about it the other day. So there's no place. Because, I mean, I started Night Court. You guys have never heard of Night Court because you're too young.
TV show?
In 1980, when I moved to California, Riverside, I got a job first thing at the Subway, which was Tavoloni's.
There was a Subway here.
It's called the Subway. It was called the Subway.
Yeah. Oh,
it was
okay. Tavoloni's
bar.
Sorry.
Nick Tavoloni owned a bar called the Subway,
Oh, okay.
and the Subway was a disco. It was disco, straight up disco. So when I first moved here, I had my parents and nothing else, and didn't know anybody. So I went to this local bar, and it was a disco bar, and met two guys, the bouncer and the doorman, and there was nobody in the bar. I mean, it was like the end of disco. It was the last days of disco.
Yeah.
And so we had plenty of time to talk and become friends, so we did. And those are my first two friends I met in California. One of them is a bounty hunter. And
What the fuck?
now he's a bounty hunter. And the other one is where he's dead, I don't know, but I haven't seen him for 20 years. But
His name Dog.
no, man.
Did you know Diggler?
That's funny you said that. I heard the name, but no, I think that's on TV, isn't it? Dick Diggler or something like that. Dirk Diggler. Yeah, that's it.
So the disco scene, how was it? Like,
Did you wear the shoes
Yeah, did
and
you
the
wear
clothes?
Say again, I'm sorry.
Did you wear like the bell bottoms and the
Sure, everybody did.
What are those
That's-
shoes? The platforms or what the fuck were they?
So if everyone
like-
jumped off a mountain,
Those shoes that felt like
They
high
were just
heels.
shoes with 2-inch heels.
Yeah, you wore those?
Well, yeah, that's what. If you went to the store to buy shoes, that's what you had to buy. I mean, that's what it was.
That's crazy.
And the pants, the bell.
you were just
bottoms,
taller
that's-
automatically.
Well, yeah, but so was everybody else. So
Yeah,
really
so
just going to
it's-
even out. And it's like, unless you didn't buy the shoes, and then you're like, fuck, you better buy the shoes because you're really a short motherfucker now. Anyway, so after the Levi thing, Levi elephant bells. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of elephant bells, right? 1970s.
Those are the
Levi-
pants?
Well, they're elephant bells are the bell bottoms that are really big.
Oh,
right.
right.
Okay.
Okay.
like the John
So-
Travolta ones?
No, the John Travolta were friggin' baby bells. Okay, I'm talking
Baby bells.
really big
Janko
bells.
jeans style.
like if you watch What's Happening, right? So you look at JJ, those
Oh, yeah,
pants that he
JJ.
has on, those are elephant bells, right? Because they cover his big ass shoes.
Oh, gotcha.
okay.
Mhm. So that way you don't see the shoes. It just goes down right.
Oh, they're so like the costumes for little kids where you put it over their shoes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have no idea what he meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither.
Shit.
Is he
Someone
drunk?
does, I guess.
Is he drunk? Am I sitting too close to him? Anyway, so yeah. All right, so how did I get to California? My parents moved out here, took my scholarship, After that, is there more follow-up questions? to
When
that?
did you go? I thought you were like weren't you in some type of armed services?
Yep, that's coming up.
So get to that.
So,
Fucking
well,
hard.
you didn't ask me to tell you.
So at
my life
18, he
story.
joined the Marines.
No, you went to college, didn't you?
No, college first. So
Oh,
anyway,
okay.
had a scholarship to wrestle. Went, and now mind you, it had already been a year and a half, 2 years, and I haven't wrestled. Right? Come on, you don't just go right back into it. And then I go to take a scholarship, and the guy I have to wrestle is an All-American. He is the shit, right? So I said, "Fuck this," and I joined the military. No, that's not really what happened, but sort of.
Yeah.
So I had to pay for it, right? So I wrestled and entered into ROTC, and then the first year of ROTC, you have to go to Officer Basic in Tennessee. So I went to Officer Basic in Tennessee, and I got a scholarship anywhere I wanted to go in the United States. Period. As the most outstanding cadet in officer training for that class. It sounds like horseshit, but I have all the stuff to prove it.
Okay, I have a couple questions.
Yep.
Where were you when Kennedy got shot?
In my mom's, in the kitchen of our house in San Antonio, believe it or not,
Oh,
because
it's
he was
close.
shot in Dallas, right?
Yeah.
Yep, my mom was ironing, and I was sitting there, and all of a sudden my mom started crying, and I started crying because my mom started crying. Guess I was 5, right? 63, right? 58, 59, 63. I was 5.
So you're not the second shooter.
I was not. No, no. In fact, I didn't. No.
When was Pearl Harbor? That was before that. Way before that.
19.
Yeah, that was before his time.
Yeah, that was before your
The
time.
day that was.
No, you're gonna ask me about Pearl Harbor, really? Motherfuckers! Wow. So-
We're ignorant as fuck.
So when they started making bread and cutting it and putting it in that bag,
What about
how much was Wonder Bread when you were a kid? 10
what about
cents.
Vietnam. So Vietnam. Did you join that whole hippie movement?
Did I join the hippie movement? No,
Were you
I
part of
was.
it?
I was a whole. I
You're
was
still a
raised.
teenager.
Yeah, but I was raised a whole different game. I was raised anti fucking hippies and so on.
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
on and so on.
That
I
makes
won't get
sense.
into the other ethnic. But anyway, that's how I was
Well,
raised.
hippie's not ethnic, but go ahead.
No, but I was
I'm just
going to
kidding.
get into the other.
Yeah, well, there was a different time.
Motherfucker,
So
they might have been. I think they were in their own little. Anyway, yeah. Do you want to ask me about Black Panther movement?
I was about to say that right now.
what, do you remember that?
Of course I do. What do you mean? Of
Was that
course I
around
do.
your town?
Yeah, I live in Washington D.C.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah.
right.
Well, I mean, you fucking
City.
named 4 different places, so I don't know where you live.
Oh, well, why don't we start there? So, where have you lived in your life? Okay, so I've lived in, let's see, Michigan, Maryland, Ohio, California, Florida, Iowa, Oklahoma, Turkey, Greece.
Oh shit.
Hold on, it's coming. I already did Maryland.
Samoa.
No.
Riverside.
No. Hold on. You gonna help or what? I think that it's probably not it.
San
California,
Antonio.
are you bored?
San Antonio.
Oh, listen.
Well, okay, let's go back because you're.
All right. So
you're-
anyway, in the 1970s, I lived in Washington D.C. We came back from Turkey, and my dad went to work at the Pentagon, and
what was he doing for the Pentagon?
my dad was a medical service corps.
CSI.
So he had just left Kermasel, Turkey,
You mean
which
CIA?
was
I know.
well, Kermasel was a top secret listening post. So he managed the hospital that all the Vietnam injured dudes would come to get treatment. It was one of the places they brought the injured people to. But the mission there was to spy on the Russians.
Hmm.
It was 1960.
So is that why you go to the Mason Church? Part of Illuminati.
What do you say?
Didn't you go to a Masonic church?
No. What the
I
hell?
thought we talked about that in the podcast. Didn't you have like a
I
Masonic?
never had anything to do with Masonic church. I went once to church with a girlfriend, and there were a bunch of Masons there. And I guess they were going to segue after church into a Mason meeting.
Oh.
Orgy.
No, it was weird. Though. I didn't know what a Mason was. I thought they were all, I thought they were cement and brick layers.
That's how it started, I think.
I did.
So tell us about the Black Panthers in Washington.
Well, it wasn't the Black Panthers. It was just Resurrection City. So when we got back from Turkey, we were driving through D.C. into Maryland because that's where we were going to live. And there were all of these people camped out on the monument grounds. All the hippies, or it was Resurrection City because they were all protesting Vietnam War.
Oh shit!
And the Black Panther movement, I just know about what's her face,
Core.
Harriet Tubman.
the girl that was the Symbionese Liberation Army that was allegedly kidnapped. She was
Oh, I remember seeing a documentary, but I can't remember her name.
they live up at up Northern California. Have they a big old mansion? It's Hearst Castle, Patty Hearst. So Patty Hearst, see, look at that, how I got that one. Old motherfucker with a memory. Anyway, Patty Hearst, she wasn't kidnapped. She was all a part of it. But the money buys you out of that. Black Panthers, I don't know anything about Black Panthers, honestly.
Oh, okay.
I thought all blacks were Black Panthers, frankly. So we just stayed away from them. For good reason. Because back then, race was not a good thing.
Especially in those areas, right?
Right. So my school, my junior high school, was one of the first schools bused from D.C. into Maryland. And the very first day, I think I told this story before, but this big black guy comes up to me and says, all right, you're the biggest white dude on the bus. You and I are going to fight after we stop. And I'm like, I'd rather just kind of like make friends, and then we'll just take on the whites and the blacks together, And that's what ended up happening. But,
That's funny.
well, yeah, because I had new clothes on. I didn't want to fight. It was like the beginning of a new school year. I can't wait to see what the girls look like, and it's 9th grade, right? So you don't want to go there with the black eye and the cut in your face.
So, what do you think about this new age? Like, you saw technology develop, you saw the internet develop, you saw computers, you saw TV, everything.
Might have been.
So, did you
sleeping
follow
through
it?
the
Did you
computer
follow it? Like, did
I'd
you
be
get
a rich
into it?
motherfucker if I followed it, wouldn't
No,
I?
I mean, not invest in it, but I'm saying, like, were you really
I'd
into
have paid
it?
attention, no.
No? Oh, okay.
I used it because I had to. I mean, obviously the computer technology. I did more stuff because you had to. I can't remember what they're called, but creating certain things in order to run reports and so forth that you had to do in order to do that. Now you go to IT and ask them to do because it's not something that we do. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
because it was so fundamental. If you were going to do a different level of reporting or something else, you'd have to learn to do it yourself. And it was just rote memory. You just do these steps, but I couldn't do it right now to save my soul. But anyway, am I all over the place here with my answers? Yes, thank you.
I was going to say, in other words, you don't know shit about technology.
Well, you have
I'm just kidding.
No, I
use it
I don't-
every day.
It's kind of a strange question. I mean, not strange question, but it's broad. So be more direct and all.
Well, I guess it's one of those things where it's like, okay, the internet started, computers, all that stuff. What, you were like, I think 30 at the time?
Probably not. Probably older, but because I mean, my computer at school.
The internet started in 1989.
89.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. So 99, 2009, 2019, 30. So yeah, that's 30, 31 or 2. But I didn't catch up to it till I was 38, and I just one day went, "What is that? That's cool." So no, I didn't follow it. But the computer that I used in school was the size of my garage door.
That's
Oh, shit.
crazy.
Right. So yeah, and you did punch cards. That was the class. That was your program. It's like, what the fuck? Okay, I'll do these things, but I don't get it. Right. So we didn't really get it, but we had to go through the steps in order to pass the class. So it was just programming 101. There was no box even that they called a computer. There was just this big server basically that you went and you punched it, and then you went and fed it, and if you did it right, then it went in. If it didn't, it didn't.
Did you know any famous people growing up?
Yeah.
You took someone to your prom or some shit,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Yeah. G. Gordon Liddy's daughter. You know who G. Gordon Liddy was? He was one of the plumbers during Watergate. So he was one of the people that broke in.
Oh shit.
And I thought he was a plumber. But yeah, she probably did too. But anyway, no, I took his daughter to junior prom, and Get Smart. Don Adams, who Get Smart, Agent 99,
I heard it gets
Cone
smart.
of Silence, all that shit. Nope. You guys need to watch some old TV, and it was in color. Yeah, no, I dated his daughter. Both of them are dead, by the way. One died of cancer, and the other one, I think, suicide. Because they couldn't find me. That damn internet. Anyway. Facebook, come on. Anyway.
But going back to the technology and the computers and everything like that, how did you get into selling stuff? Isn't that the main way that
Interesting. At first, and that is my first experience with computers, was I worked at a junkyard. And so we would do it on a phone, right? You have the speaker. It's just called the long line. So there'd just be a speaker and a phone that's open, right? And somebody comes in, they need a motor for whatever, and they just go 1972 Toyota Corolla motor. And then if you grab the...
So it's like a pick apart.
Well, yeah, before pick apart, but yes,
No.
it was a junkyard, yeah. Yeah, a junkyard. Really, is that what you know of a junkyard is pick apart? That's it? That's all you know?
Yeah, because if you need like a fucking handle for your door, and they have
No. Before pick apart, there were just junkyards where you could just go in and the cars are there and you take your little tools and you go do your thing. Just like pick apart, only not the scandalous, we're going to take all the good shit off first and then put the rest of the stuff in the lot. It was everything. The car just went there and you go in there. My dad and I, that's the one thing that we did because he had me hauling his toolbox. Together. He went fishing with my brother, but he went to the junkyard with me. Anyway, didn't matter.
No wonder you still have all kinds of stuff all over the place.
Huh?
No wonder you like to collect things.
Well, that's all about my dad for sure. There's no question. It's not that I like to collect it. It's just I see the value in something, but...
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, but I have to secretly do it because my wife is like, you brought some more shit home? It's like, but you know that...
You saw that cool thing you brought.
That pool bench that's outside, the fiberglass one, the big old, it was brown, now it's hammered copper because I painted it today. Anyway, so she's like, sell it in the yard sale for $30 and get rid of it, right? No way. That thing is from the 70s. Anyway, I looked it up. It's worth $6,200.
Damn.
And it is, and I can prove it, but anyway, it's an artist designed and made. And anything fiberglass that size, that's an outdoor bench, is very expensive. There's no way in hell. So I painted it now, so for
Is that black thing way on the other side of the pool?
Yeah, it's not black now. It's hammered copper.
So I was curious about this, the gargoyle thing that you have on top of the record player.
It's not really a gargoyle. Okay, yeah. What about it?
What is it? Do you have to put like ash in there?
Is it an urn?
I think it's an
It looks like
incense
an urn.
burner.
Oh, it's an incense burner. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think. Now, here's the curious thing about that. I got this from a gentleman estate who collected very, very expensive things. And it was just part of the stuff I got. I have no idea what it is because I don't know anything about Asian art. I have some paintings. I've got some silk, whatever the hell they call it. Silks. It's
Silk paintings?
sort of. It's
I think I know what you're talking about.
it's like a painting, but it's done with silk.
Those are the shit. I love those.
Yeah, well, I have a big old one in the back.
Fuck, what are they called? It's not silk. I'll have to think about it. But
Can I get
yeah,
a water on there?
there's a lot of cool paintings like that. They're made out of that material, but I can't think of it right now.
I want to go back to 7 questions ago. So when I found my parents, no, I'm kidding. All right, I'll try and stay on point. So ask me another question. I'm ready now. I have water.
Well, what I'm asking is, how did you end up getting on eBay and all that shit?
Oh, no, you asked how I got into selling things, and you just now made it more clear. But I started doing it at a junkyard on a computer, just a computer and a keyboard where they would just scroll. Things would scroll, and it would be whatever people are looking for, right? And you just sit there and watch it, and you'd respond if they, and that was it. Plus that phone. There was no web or any of that other stuff. I'm not even sure how that stuff happened to be just scrolling like that, but that's what I did. So anyway, that's how I got into buying and selling, because I worked at a junkyard and I would buy and sell. So somebody comes in and they want let's say they want a thermo reactor for a BMW, and I don't have one. I tell them I have one, and then I'll buy one. But I'll tell him I have one, and I'll tell him how much it is, and he'll say okay, and he'll give me a deposit for it, and then I'll go find one.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, so that's what I did. I just anything you need, I'll get, and I'll get it for you, and I'll even give you the price right now for it. But then I have to find it. So I get really good at finding it too. Especially, I knew what we had in our yard. And I mean, cars came in, cars went out. I mean, it was right, and there's just random parts laying on the ground and random parts in the shelf. But I got so good at identifying parts that I knew when I saw something, that's a 2002 BMW, 2002. Anyway, so it was a 1 year only part, and bingo, right? So that makes it rare, but I also knew where it was, and it wasn't labeled on a shelf.
So how'd you
shit
fast
everywhere.
forward to how'd you get into eBay selling?
I didn't work at a junkyard anymore, and I had that skill. I got into eBay selling because I got married. My wife, at that time, worked at Sam's Club, and she had been there for 12 years. And we got married. She transferred and got fired within the first week.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So you get married with two incomes. And suddenly, and she didn't want to work. There's no way anybody would ever hire this person because she's so nasty. Right? Why did I marry her? God, I was getting old. You know, I just thought it was time. Anyway, something like that. So my brother-in-law was selling Matchbox cars on eBay. I never heard of eBay. But I was like, oh, cool. And so how much do you make selling those little cars? He was like, I made $340 selling 3 cars. And I'm like, what? So we went yard selling the next weekend. I bought a dartboard in a box, gave it to her. Look, back then the camera and all that crap, and there was no Wi-Fi and
just to look up to see what
oh
things
my
are
God,
called.
it was a dial-up, right? So it would take you 40 minutes just to upload a picture,
Yeah.
right? It was horrible. So it would take hours and hours and hours to list 20 things. And so it didn't matter. We did it anyway. She could stay home and do that. First year we made over $100,000 because she was really good at buying. Because she collected dolls and toys and all that stuff all her life and had a collection already. I didn't know any of this. But she just took right to it. In fact, right now you'll probably find her at the drive-in swap meet as a vendor. That's what she does for a living now. But that's how I got into that, out of necessity.
But it's crazy how much stuff you have in here, and then in other storage units, and then outside. It's like you never just thought like, hey, maybe I should just start with one bin.
No, did all that. Look, here's what happens. You get divorced, and you have a storage unit. And you then get stuff released to you from the divorce that she stole, and now you have to have another storage unit because you don't live where your old storage unit was when she's suddenly giving you shit back. And it's like, now I'm getting the good stuff back, the art and so forth. So I had another storage unit, and pretty soon you're just paying for that because I don't have room. And I also don't want to bring that shit into my new home that I live by myself and just have clutter because I didn't want it. It was stuff that was all packed away. Just let it be. And I used to dream about not making my payment and my shit just getting taken away and
Storage
sold off
wars.
at auction, something like that. And I may have had that happen several times. I don't know, because I just forgot I had those storage units. Anyway,
Oh, so you have more storage units that you don't know of?
no,
You
I
just don't remember?
I might.
Oh, shit.
That's crazy.
But anyway, it didn't matter. I had the money to pay for it, and I had the stuff in it. And it turns out that stuff wasn't worth the years and years and years of storage payments. But, you know, because the rats get to it or whatever. I learned a lot over the years, but I also didn't hang on to stuff this long. If I had married someone who was interested in the entrepreneurial spirit and wanted to participate in either buying, selling, or just sharing the joy of selling something for a huge profit, it would be different. But my wife doesn't even want to talk about it. She doesn't want to see it. She just out of sight, out of mind. So I don't do it like I used to. Believe me, I would come home from work and I would just list. I'd make I don't know, $6,000, $7,000 a month, just extra money.
Why don't you do it now?
My wife,
Let's explain it again.
right?
She just won't let you do it.
No, it's not. She won't let me do it. If I do
It's
it,
a grown-ass
I won't
man.
spend any time. I won't have any time to spend with her. Period.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Because I will be just into it again.
Have Martin do it and then just pay him like
We've
1%.
been down that road. Yeah, no, even taking pictures. If I just had someone who would just take the pictures, right? I mean, we could been down that road. It's a commitment. I mean, it is. And I'll teach you how to buy. I'll teach you how to sell. I'll teach you how to do it all and make a ton of money. I even offer to do that with you. And and it's just like, after I lose my job, maybe. But no, this is extra income. And it's, I don't know about eBay now, because eBay now is just a fucking joke. I mean,
It's not Amazon's taking over.
but offer
Up.
or let it go or let go or Craigslist or whatever. There's all kinds of ways to. You have to buy different now if you're going to sell on eBay. So if you can buy something that you can make, let's say you buy it for $10 and you can make $90 to $100, right? Because that's common and you can do that, and it's at least once or twice every weekend you go out and you'll find a deal like that, right? So you have to have that kind of thing and put that on eBay and just sell it, list it for what you paid for it, right? So $10 or whatever. And if you get your $10, you got your money back. If it goes for the $90 or $100 it should go for, then great. Other than that, just the random shit you would normally list just sits there. I don't know why, but things just don't sell. And you can have a store, it's just too much work, and eBay just rapes you. They get 70 or 80%
That's crazy.
of everything through either store fees, PayPal fees, commission on the sale, shipping commission. If you don't do certain things, if you don't use their mechanism for shipping and packing, then you have to pay an excise fee for that. It's just by the time you're done, you're like, you can hold the money for a minute, but then when your bill comes from eBay, you got to give it back.
Yeah.
So
what was the first beer you ever drank?
The first one?
The first beer you ever drank?
I think it was Schlitz malt liquor, actually. I know it was malt liquor. Schlitz.
What is that?
You don't know what Schlitz is, really?
I don't think they're even around anymore.
Holy crap. All right. Anyway, yeah. Yeah. Well, then it's Schlitz malt liquor. Yeah. Google Schlitz and you'll see the logo and maybe you'll recognize it. It's just purple, I think, with SLITCH.
Schlitz.
TCH, yeah. Schlitz. Yes, it's malt liquor. There you go. Yeah, buddy. Hey, wait, that's me. But no, go back and you'll see what I meant. If you go back to the...
Was it a can like this?
Yeah, well, no, it was a bottle bunker. It was a bunker. Right there, see the quartz? All right, wait, no, see the left one up, right there. That's pretty much who was buying the Schlitz malt liquor at my store. Anyway, go down to the right where it says more on Google. See those bottles?
Yeah.
All right, those.
Oh, so like a 40
That's
ounce.
a 40, yeah. Well, yeah, it's a bunker.
Oh,
Foudy,
okay.
bro.
Foudy.
That's a foudy water.
But it didn't say 40 on it. It just said Schlitz malt liquor in a big old bottle.
That shit's crazy.
This-
Well,
Disgusting.
Google this. Say 1970s bunker of beer.
Bunker of beer.
Uh-huh.
I was just going to show you a bunker.
70s bunker of beer.
That looks like you right there.
Where?
Right there.
Sure. Motherfucker. All right. It's fine. Christmas is coming and everything, but that's all right. All right. Yeah, forget it.
Yeah.
At least it says bunker of beer anyway. I might have made that shit up. Nobody else called it a bunker but me. But
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope we get a bunker of beer in here one day.
If so, it's worth quite a bit now because 70s beer bottle, as you could see from that early thing, the Schlitz can is worth $6.50. Right? That was eBay that you.
Schlitz.
Yeah, that
Yeah, it's
can.
not even around anymore.
Go back. And one more time back. And one more time.
Right here.
No, go back.
No, it wasn't. It was,
There you go.
$12.
No, you had there was an option.
Well, Schlitz is no longer around. Now we drink Stone beer.
Well, here. This was with my Schlitz cans. Do care.
What is that?
Stella.
1950s.
Do like this. I have this.
Oh, Sierra Nevada's good.
Pale ale.
Yeah, Sierra Nevada's a good beer. Well, let's end it off with that one. He's handing us a beer.
Adios, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that my beer? 7125media.com.
And we out.
Cheers.
Peace.
We're done. I was going to tell you about my first boner. All right.
All right.